Hey friends, I'm back again. I wanted to talk to you about the movie I mentioned in my last video when I was showing you some of my Valentine's Day gifts, and I was showing you that, telling you about this, like a character from one of my favorite movies, Unicorn City. So I wanted to show that to you guys and tell you just a little bit about that movie. And there is that character right there. And this is one of my favorite movies. Kind of makes me wish there were more weird people around like me, because I mean, some of this stuff does happen where I live, but not a whole lot. But one of the reasons I love this movie so much is I got it for Christmas, and it was wrapped with this shirt that I'm wearing, and it has a unicorn on it. Very fantastical. And it's purple. And they were wrapped with a purple unicorn pillow pet. And it was just such a sweet gift. So, sentimental. And then I watched it, and it was just amazing. And so basically, the main character, Voss, he's trying to land his dream job. He's got to prove that he can be a leader and he can lead people. So he gets his friend Marcia to help him convince a bunch of their friends and other people to come, out with him and create the perfect gamers utopia, Unicorn City. So at one point, his arch nemesis, Shadowhawk, challenges him over rule of Unicorn City. And that's pretty much just a summary of what the movie is. And I really like the way they put this on the back. Unicorn City is the perfect film for gamers, geeks, lovers, and LARPers, or anyone believing that you are who you pretend to be. I want to LARP so much. It just looks like so much fun, It just kind of takes me back to when, you're a kid, and whether you're playing, Cowboys and Indians or G.I. Joes or Barbies, and you have just this whole world inside of your head. And, if you had siblings or cousins or just friends that got to come over, and it's like, your minds meld, so to speak, and you have this whole world that you're, pretending, to be in with each other, and it's just fun. So, yeah, I want to LARP. And when I watched that movie, I really, really want to LARP. I think it would just be fun. It would be so much fun. So anyway, there's that. And I thought I would just kind of go over just ideas of videos that I'm wanting to do. And one thing that I'm gonna try and do, and he has said that he will do it. So I've just got to hold him to it. I've been having a really hard time making myself read this, and I shouldn't have to, because the teeny bit that I've read, it is really good, and I think one day I'm really going to be in the mood to read something like this, and I'm going to read it. But it is kind of dark and violent. It's not a girly book, you know what I mean? I don't think it's a bad book, but Troy has agreed that he would read this and then do a video review of it. Yeah, so you'd get to see Troy, who I talk about a lot. So who knows? When the time comes, maybe he will. It'll be fun. And I need to get back on, the reading bandwagon. But for me, I guess I'm just flippant, but it's like I just have to find, the right book, to read at the time. And it may be something that I've already read, even though I have tons of books that I haven't read. But whatever. I need to really lock that down and get to reading on something. Because it just makes me feel a happier person when I am reading something and enjoying it. But I definitely want to do a video kind of just showing you what we have in our book and comic collection related to Conan and Robert E. Howard. And I was just looking on that middle shelf on the very end by the wall, I have a Conan book written by Robert Jordan, and Robert Jordan is one of my other favorite authors, The Wheel of Time. So I'd like to do like a review of that, and it's been several years since I've read those books, but I thoroughly enjoyed them. Um, that's one, like, even though, like, I've told Troy, yes, I'm just gonna read more. I'm not gonna buy a bunch of books, but I know, like, I have some copies of that series that are just absolutely awful, and if someone tries to read them, they're just gonna fall apart. So I'm gonna have to buy some books. And I did a list the other day after we went to Capital City Comics. And I know what Swamp Things I'm missing, and I gotta have those. And moving on to another book series that I really loved was Terry Goodkine's The Sword of Truth series. And so he went on and he did some novels about just Richard and Kaylin, and then he did some just about Nikki, which is one of their friends. So I need all of those books too. And then I have a few copies where they're not, like, I want the whole series to be like the same type of book, like all paperbacks or whatever. And I like paperbacks better because hardback books are just big and awkward, and I like being able to put them in my purse and take them with me and that kind of thing. So I would really like to do a video on those as well, because those are some of my most favorite books. I have a ton of Tolkien books, and some of the books, I've listened, to the audiobooks, and most of them, the ones that I've read, I've actually read. But I'd like to do videos on that too, because we have a pretty good collection of books, and these are, it's kind of mixed, my books, Troy's books, our books, kind of thing. But I would like to do that. I would like maybe to just do like a tour of our bookshelves, because, like, we have this one, but then we have another one that it's probably a little wider than just one of these sections in our bedroom. And I recently bought a small bookshelf at an estate sale, and I put a bunch of my books. That's my bookshelf. But then we also have 4 or 5 long boxes of comics. So, if people are interested in that, I like seeing, like, what other books people have, and if they're showing, like, a certain series of books or type of book, where I have some, I may see something that I don't have that I'd like to have. So I'm going to try and do more review videos, because I do need to read more. And I have a lot of books that I could talk about that I have read and really enjoyed. And hopefully I wouldn't just spoil it for someone who hasn't even read it. But that's what I plan to do, and I hope that I can be more consistent on putting videos out. But it gets tough sometimes. So anyway, if those are videos that you would like to see me do, let me know in the comments. I love getting comments. And if you haven't already seen Unicorn City, you need to check this out. I have no idea if it's on Netflix or Hulu or Amazon Video or anything, but get it. It's a really funny movie. Like, laugh out loud funny, and it's one of those movies for me that I can watch it over and over again, and it doesn't get old. Even when I already know when a joke is coming and I'm anticipating it, like, it's still funny. It's still a fun movie. It's not like a depressing kind of thing. It's fun and happy. And I really wish that I could have just been a part of it. Those are my kind of people, just have fun, doing simple things, playing games, and just, enjoying stuff, Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope everyone has a great weekend.